I'm Kiera Morgan. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Coffee with Kiera, sponsored by the Human Being in Newport and Lincoln City. And today we are here at the food room at Grace Wynn's Haven, and we are with Miss Teen Oregon and with Traci Flowers, who is the president of the Grace Wynn's program. And so let's find out a little bit about our guests and what they do. Miss Teen Oregon.
Hi, I'm Kaydence Mckuhn. I'm the 2023 USOA Teen Oregon. And with that, one of the things I really love to do is working at the homeless shelter. I mean, I've been working here for probably the last 4 years, I think. And it's something that's been really fun and something that I've loved to get to continue as the USOA Teen Oregon. And something that I really loved working with Traci on as well throughout the last couple of years.
So tell us a little bit about being Miss Teen Oregon. Do you go to school locally here in Lincoln County?
I do. I attend Newport High School, and I've been going to school in Newport since kindergarten. I've lived here my whole life, and I've been doing pageants since I was 6. And so this year, I've had the opportunity to represent the United States of America state pageant system and be USO 18 Oregon, which is something that I've been really grateful for.
And where do you go from here?
After this, I will be competing at the national competition in Vegas this March over spring break, which is really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your platform. Is that working with homeless?
It is. I work with the homeless a lot, but one of my other things that I love to tie into working with the homeless is my platform, hashtag It's Cool to Be Kind with Kaydence, which is something that's surrounded around kindness and anti-bullying, which I tie in with working with the homeless to being kind to the less fortunate and helping out others in need.
Wonderful. And Traci, tell us a little bit about Grace Winds and this wonderful room that we're in here. What are some things that you do?
So Graceland's Haven is a day resource center, and we also provide hotel rooms in the winter on freezing nights so that people have a safe place to be and not freeze to death. So at Grace Wednesday Resource Center, we offer things like showers, laundry, clothing, hygiene products, food, lots of food. Um, we have we help people get IDs and birth certificates. We can resource them to other programs. We work one-on-one with each person individually to make sure that their goals are being successfully met to make their life a little more successful.
And how long has Grace Winds been in existence?
So Grace Wins has been here for,
Wonderful.
no, it'll be 6 years.
6 years in January. There you go.
We're
A
getting
little
much
beyond
closer.
half. All right. And let's talk a little bit about the holidays. It can be kind of a tough time for folks, especially those who may a home or a place to go during the holidays. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we have discovered that people get depressed during the holidays, especially people who are alone or don't feel like they have family and friends to, gather around them, or they don't have the money to buy the gift for their significant other, or, there's lots of reasons that depression sets in during the holidays. And so we have really strived to make the holidays a better situation for our homeless and those that are struggling in Lincoln County.
And what are some ways that you do that?
So one of the things that we do is we have a Christmas party and serve the big traditional Christmas dinner. This year it'll have ham and turkey, green bean casserole, all those yummy things, pumpkin pie, eggnog, all the festive foods, just to make them feel a little more at home. And then Santa Claus shows up to that party with packages for everybody. So everybody gets to make some wishes, and we hope that people in the community help to adopt them. This year, that's Kaydence' project, and so she might have some more to that.
Yeah, share with us.
Right now, what I'm working on for the project is I'm actually coloring tags that are going to have those wish lists on them, which is something that's been really fun because I actually got to get people from school involved and get to tell them a little bit about the project, hopefully encourage their families to donate someone's wish list. And so I've had people coloring gingerbread men for me, getting to explain this to them, which has been really fun. And I'm really excited to get to go to the Christmas party and attend and just talk to everyone because in the past I've helped at the warming shelter and getting to serve food. And one of my favorite parts of that was getting to talk to everyone and just listen to the things they had to say. And so I'm really excited to just spend a whole night with them during the holiday season and just talk to people.
And Traci, where is the Christmas party this year going to be located?
So it's going to be at what the homeless call the Red Church, which is St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. And they are graciously donating their facility for us. We'll be able to cook there all day, get people to drop donations off for that. And then we'll bring over all the packages that we've collected and wrapped, and we've got some wrapping jobs.
Yeah.
Do you still have need for more volunteers, Traci?
We absolutely do. So we're going to need a lot of staff the night of, a lot of volunteers.
And what is the night of?
December 16th. Sorry, I didn't throw that out there. So December 16th, we're going to be cooking all day starting about 9 o'clock. We'll start serving at 5:30. And with that, we do a buffet style, so we serve for them. So I need volunteers for each one of our dishes. We need volunteers that'll just literally hang out and mingle, get to know these guys, hear their stories, let them share their holiday experiences. Because it's going to be rough for some of them. Some of them haven't celebrated holidays in 20 years. Others have done this with us before. We didn't do this the last few years because of COVID, and we're excited to bring it back. So I think this is a great year to come and volunteer and see what can really happen. We also need people to help pass out packages. Right now we have 112 wish lists. You picture that with a couple packages apiece. That could be hours of passing out gifts. So, we need help with that kind of things too. So we would encourage everybody to get involved and volunteer.
Wonderful. And Kaydence, what do you do here at Grace Winds to volunteer and help out?
Some of the things that I've done in the past is, like I mentioned, working at the warming shelter, serving dinners, just serving food. And then one of the projects that I've created throughout my time in pageantry is a project that I call Project 2500, which is where I get my sister queens from across the country from my different pageant systems to help serve lunches to homeless shelters in their communities. And so I encourage them to serve 50 sack lunches to their homeless shelter. And I think I donated like 200 last year for my own project. So that's something that I really love doing. As well as just donating like blankets, scarves, mittens, things like that, just to help keep people warm.
Another thing she's really good at, Another thing she's really good at is making sure they feel special when there's a holiday. She has made goodie bags for them for almost every holiday.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even so much as like St. Patty's Day. Those little holidays that kind of sometimes get missed. She makes sure that they have something special for that.
And what about donations? Do you need donations of food, items like you were just mentioning, blankets, things like that?
Yeah, especially now that it's wintertime. So, in the summer it's a little easier. You just need a small sleeping bag and a tent and you'll be probably okay. But in the winter, unless it's freezing out, there's not a warm place to be. So they are sleeping in their tent, in their sleeping bag, and they're still freezing. We have people coming in every day asking for another blanket to stay a little bit warmer. Or we had a girl the other day who was asking for extra blankets to insulate her tent. So we're giving her those emergency blankets so that she can insulate her tent to be a little warmer. So blankets are really important. Liquid laundry soap is really important so that they can do their laundry. Warm clothes are always, a huge need. Coats, socks, mittens, gloves. The high school just did a sock drive and donated over 1,000 pairs of socks to us, which is fabulous, but it won't meet the need forever, right? So even more socks is always a necessity. Along with individual wrapped food items for our sack lunch program, they get a sack lunch with 5 or 6 things like you would put in your...
You want to grab one and show us?
Sure. Can I get a hand to my drink? So this is the typical lunch bag, although it doesn't have a sandwich in it at the moment. But it has a bag of chips, and it's got a fruit cup, and it's got... Today it's got fun things. It's got a Jell-O cup, and it's got Vienna sausages. So all just individual canned things, or packaged things that are really easy to just pop open and eat. Most of them do have camp stoves, so we can do some canned food. But we don't do anything perishable other than the sandwich we put in. The grocery outlet builds for us every day.
And how often do you give out the sack lunches?
So sack lunches are Monday through Thursday, and they can come in anytime between 10 and 3 to get that. I didn't show you guys anything, but we also do breakfast in those bags. So sometimes it'll be a breakfast bar.
As I say, I see some of the cereal bars there behind you.
Yep, exactly, yeah. So, we do breakfast and lunch in the bag just to give them a little bit of something to nourish them. It's hard at the end of the month, especially when you're low on food stamps and you're low on propane and how you're going to make it to the end. And so this is just a little handout for them.
All right. And Traci, is there a website or somewhere that folks can go if they want to make a donation or learn more about volunteering?
Yeah, so gracewindshaven.org is our new website. Bear with me, it's not completely completed, but it's getting there. Also, you can check out our Facebook page, and you can also give us a phone call, 541-265-1974. That's also, if you want to do a wish list, you can contact us on any of those forms of media and get a wish list as well.
And I understand that folks who may be interested can pick up the the gingerbread men with the wish lists on them at Phoenix Wellness Center in Newport next to JC Market, and in north in Glen Eden Beach, up Glen Eden Beach Loop Road at the Anglerfish Espresso. So they will have things up there so folks can go by and pick one of those up and purchase the items that are on them. And then do they drop them off at those locations or do they drop them off here?
So either way, you can bring them here or you can drop them off at the location and we'll come pick them up from them. They do need to be there by December 10th so that we can ensure that everybody gets what they need taken care of. And that gives us time to wrap them as well.
All right. Kaydence, is there anything else that you want to add?
I would just encourage everyone to go out and donate. I know for me, helping out and volunteering, not only at the homeless shelter, but surrounding the community makes me feel really good. Not only about myself, but just good that I'm helping other people. And so I encourage you to do that around the holiday season. Boost your feeling of helping others as well as boosting your experience around this holiday time.
Great. Traci, anything you want to add as we're wrapping up?
No, just be kind like Kaydence.
I love that. Kind like Kaydence. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Coffee with Kiera. Again, sponsored by The Human Being in Newport at 6th Street and Highway 101, and in Lincoln City at the north end of the highway on the west side near TLC Credit Union. Reporting for Oregon Coast Breaking News, I'm Kiera Morgan.